Hi, I'm Seth. I'm one of the guitar, bass, and ukulele instructors here at Impulse. How's it going? I've been playing music 31 years this month. I started when I was 16. I did private lessons for about 10 years, and I started playing in bands. I resumed private lessons before I moved from small town Indiana to LA in 2009 to attend Musicians Institute. Favorite thing about teaching? Primarily the amount of people I get to interact with. I've taught all ages since I was a kid, people who as young as 4 and people as old as 70 and past that. The amount of personal interaction I get and just that sort of enrichment is, I'd say, the most rewarding part about teaching. The first instrument I ever actually played was piano when I was 7. I was bored, so I wanted to learn something new, and that lasted about a week. Actually, the day I got my driver's license was the day my first Twisted Sister tape came in the mail, and then like 6 months later I started playing guitar. That's tough, but I have to say Halloween 2018 at the Palladium in Hollywood. Crazy, insane musicianship. Those guys played for almost 3 hours, and it was like there was not one note anywhere that was flat, sharp, off at all, and they didn't improvise anything, but it still felt live to where it was just like whoa on every level. Iron Maiden's my favorite band, and my second one would be Iron Maiden at the Forum in April of 2016. But after the Halloween show, I was telling people that they gave Maiden a run for their money, which is really saying something. Specialty styles, definitely. Obviously, I'm playing a 80s Super Strat, and I've got a Judas Priest shirt, so metal and hard rock, that's what I started playing guitar for. That's what drew me to want to play the instrument. I do have an Associates of Arts degree in guitar performance from Musicians Institute, though. I can do blues, any form of rock, and honestly anything that I can hear I can teach to just like that, because I have what's called perfect pitch. Primarily rock associated styles, but anything contemporary outside of classical I can have a pretty good handle on. Teleportation, because it would mean I would never have to drive in LA again. I started teaching, teaching music not long after my first band started. My first teacher, Scott Workman, influenced me in a lot of ways. I ended up being in a band with him like 12 years after I started playing. I still use his same teaching philosophy now. It's a balance between giving the student what they want and what they need to get where they want to go. I'm going to say Hendrix. Like, he could be really subtle, like with Little Wing, with all the nuances of that, but then he could be completely recklessly, I guess the term reckless abandon, like with the crazy feedback on Star Spangled Banner, that kind of thing. I think he would have the upper hand, because he would just, I don't get the sense that Clapton would pull out every trick that he had to win a fight and be ruthless. I think Hendrix would be the guy for that. Wasp, I Want to Be Somebody. PlayStation, Silent Hill, Resident Evil. Big survival horror fan. The introspection of how deep the stories are and the characters and the music and just that whole immersive experience, especially now that we have stuff in HD. But I even go back and play. I have PlayStation 1 through 5, so I've been playing old PS2 games and all that lately too. But that's definitely the biggest interest I have outside of music. My first guitar hero was J.J. French of Twisted Sister. I got to meet him close to 6 years ago at NAMM in Anaheim. Coolest guy ever. That was the guy who made me want to start playing guitar. Besides him, my other big influences, Dave Murray from Iron Maiden, Glenn Tipton from Judas Priest, and Gary Moore of Thin Lizzy fame.